I think I'm getting here early at 5:45, and then you see people actually walk out of the gym. Oh, shit, so you've already done a workout. You must have been here for at least half an hour. That's a good start. At it again, getting it done. Here we go. That's a wrap. We are done. What Google need you and require you to do is it's against their guidelines to send someone to an opt-in page that just has name and email. You need to create an actual website, so to speak, and you can do this with Clickfunnels, with the funnels itself, but you need to have like a home tab, an about us tab. Like, I believe it's up to about 3 pages that you must have, so it constitutes a website and not just a trapped, the only thing you can do is go there. But it's always important to understand what the buyer's process is. So if I look at this and I go, let's make this into a mobile, their website is shithouse, right? You can see it squish up and they're not gonna get nothing. So yeah, they've got a pretty site, but it doesn't work on a mobile version there, which is an epic fail because most people are gonna be on their mobile, really. Someone's on their phone, right? And we're gonna look at the consumption behavior. Someone's on their phone. I do searches where I'm like, Gold Coast plumber or leaking this, blah, blah, blah. And then the button pops up, that red button, you wanna be able to hit that button straight away and call someone, right? Yeah. Always, with every single thing that we do, we wanna make sure that it's mobile friendly. If you had to send 10 emails, what would they say? What would be in them? And why would they say what they say? Because the important component there is understanding what does the person need to know, think, and feel, right? So know, think, and feel for them to be able to go, yes, I want to find out more. How do we basically overcome their objections and their skepticism, right? Because that's the biggest thing. If you can overcome someone's skepticism and disbelief that this may or may not be true, if you can overcome that and they can see the light and go, I can see this working, then you're going to be able to get someone coming through the door no matter what it is you're offering. Put yourself in the shoes of your customer and go, what questions would they have? What are they probably doubting? Do they see actually the investment in solar being worth it? If not, what do they need to know in order for that to happen? In order for them to become a franchisee or to become a personal trainer or even come to one of your locations, what do they need to know? What are they skeptical of? Have they been to another personal training program before and they had a bad experience? If so, what could that have been? And start getting really investigative on figuring out the answers to those 3 questions. Know, think, and feel. They need to feel confident in their decision. So if they want to feel confident, how can we make them feel confident? Well, if we looked at the leaky water system we just had, well, give them a $100 guarantee that it's going to get fixed today. So they're confident that tonight, that they're not, or at the end of today, there is going to be guaranteed no leaky hot water. So we've got to be clever on what are we doing, what are we saying, what are we positioning, offering in order for them to come to that realization. Each of those, so they click on whatever they prefer, that would go to a specific funnel and take them through a specific journey through the email sequencing on what they need to know, think, and feel. So hey, are you looking for a program that's fully online, or are you looking for something that's more in-house? Click here to find out more. So they click for just online. Then the funnel that happens from there is specific to talking online. You use words and language and overcome the objections that someone who working from home online would have, such as, how do I get help? Who's gonna help me? What's the support look like? Do you know what I mean? Versus someone who's coming in-house, you talk about the culture, where everyone is, how fun it is to turn up, and you're working with other people. Right, if someone puts their hand up for roses, don't lead them down the tulip path.
I'm thinking more like,
That was a good one. Hello. So it's good to stand, to bounce if I need to bounce. It's hard to stay still as an entrepreneur. I know you know what I'm talking about. Creating the interest for someone to actually firstly read what it is that you've got, because that's what's important as well. Every step along the way, we've got to sell them into it. And what I mean by selling, it doesn't mean it's a transaction of money, it's a transaction of time, energy, focus. So for example, when you send out an email, our job is to sell the click. We'll actually sell the open of the email first and then sell the click. But every time someone hears the word sell, they just think dollars and cents. But there's, again, multiple currencies that we need to be focusing in on. And often, your job is just to sell the next step, which is what is it that you've got and why would this person want to take it on board. But what I would do is I would always look to be following up, and not just this business, all the other multiple businesses that you've been into as well. There's massive value in following up, just checking in, seeing how everything's going. Maybe you've got a new offer to present, etc. But there's a content strategy, and we're doing this right now with our video strategy. Is like we're starting with our daily vlog, which is a 10 to 15 minute piece. But then it's like, how do we? That's good for YouTube and that's good for a Facebook newsfeed. But then how do we syndicate that through all the other, about 8 other video variables in the easiest way, right? So we've identified that from a long form video, the next component below that is 60 seconds, right? Which is an Instagram newsfeed video, right? And then you go, well, what's below the 60-second newsfeed video for Instagram is the 15-second Instagram story. But then there's a 10-second Snapchat story. So you're not going to go and create a 15-second piece of video because then you can't use it in Snapchat. So it's like, what is the lowest common denominator that you have to create so you can syndicate it everywhere? So what we've got is we've got our long form, we've got a 60-second, and we've got that 60-second video broken up into 10-second bits that can be put on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook stories. So it's like, how do you create something once and utilize it through all? Yeah, that's it. Solid advice there, if I fucking must say so myself. So I'm in a process, which is interesting, where we're needing to come up with a name for this this media agency, so a digital marketing agency. So it's funny, like when we create products, like a lot of our products, BBSU 42, Fit Body 42, we had fit workout challenges, and we had circuit protocols, and there's so many different names that we've created over time. I think I've ran out of options, I've ran out of names. But guess what? You should live every moment and laugh every day. But more importantly, love beyond words. Why? Because that sign says so. That's why. Well, I'll be able to share our actual vlog, our entire vlogging, because by the time that happens, we'll already have close to, what's the day now? Well, we'll have 15 episodes out. The great thing about that is they get to see it as it's happening as well, and so I'll be happy to share, what that looks like, how it's working, what are we doing to promote this, etc. Because a lot of people can see someone doing something, at the 30,000 foot level and go, oh, I can't do that. And I go, well, we've just done this in the last, 3 weeks. So there's nothing stopping any of you doing this. Because the biggest thing with Facebook Live is, and that's just the easiest one to do, you'll find still there's probably 50-60% of people in that room that hasn't even done a live. I was at a presentation. I spoke at a presentation last week, and there was like literally 99% of people. The one person in the room said they've done a Facebook Live. So I made them all do it. But before I made them do it, I actually made them understand why they want to do it. And that's the missing concept of social as well. People think it's a chore to have to do it now. But the reality is it's not a chore, and you just need to understand why you would want to do it. It took me admittedly a bit of time to go, okay, let's do this daily vlog, let's do these extra videos. But the value of this, I guarantee you, in the next 30 days, it's just gonna give itself a million times return on investment in every area.
Fitness Bootcamp is taking over the Gold Coast. Find out why. I found myself overweight and out of shape, and I decided to do something about it. And after 7 weeks, I've already lost 10 kilograms.
Oh, wait, did you hear that? Those 7 weeks he lost 10 kilograms. I can't even put this on HD because there was no such thing back then.
If you want to achieve the same results or better, get on board.
Oh, wait.
So you even got the Gold Coast #1 Fitness Bootcamp solution.
Oh, shit. To fade. Man, I'll tell you what though, like that video there probably took me a week to make because I had no idea. The video camera I had, I thought I was buying a good one. Still cost me a couple of $1,000s. But like that was actually filmed. Right on the other side of this is my kitchen because we were living in an apartment and my desk was literally right on the other side of the kitchen. So when Emily would be making dinner or something, I would be sitting there on my laptop trying to build a fitness business. Where is it? There's one here with a soundtrack that I love. This one. That's not even spelled right. Spelling error. And I use the word done.
Ah, yes.
So done.
So good. Zoom in on that spelling. That is
Thorg.
awesome.
Thorg. Don't let a spelling error cripple you.